Welcome, everybody, to Generation Dan, the podcast equivalent of spilling hot cocoa on your nuts. I couldn't even finish it. I'm Atlas Novack. I'm your millennial. Who else is here with me?
I'm Dino, the genetic marvel, and I'm probably the one that made you spill your cocoa on your nuts. I'm a little bit clumsy. That's fair. And of course, the wonderful and fantastic, who I refer to as the Big Dicker, Miss Nina Dicker. Hello.
I'm Nina Dicker, and I'm the nuts. Tag yourself.
Oh God, yeah!
It has to be like-worthy, people. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like for that. That was
every time I try and tag Nina, it always like you can't use that. I'm like, oh, come on, it's hilarious. No.
Every time I send someone a TikTok, it does the thing where it goes TikTok user sent you a TikTok, and I'm like, it's my legal name. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I just appreciate the fact that you embrace it. I'm like, it's It's great. Fantastic.
It's literally the name.
Yeah, come on.
They don't block therapist's name on TikTok because if you split that word up the wrong way.
Yes, that's true. Sean Connery knows that. Celebrity Jeopardy sketches.
It says Michael Caine. He's like, who's your dealer? He's like, oh, because it sounds like Michael Caine. And you're like, oh, well,
I'll take Letitch now for 400.
Right? Come on. Have you guys ever seen the IT Crowd?
Oh yeah. Good
okay.
show.
Where she started dating a guy and his name was Peter File, but the way they say pedophile in the UK is Peter File, and he's like file Peter at email, and he's like, why file Peter? He's like, oh, it's my name. Your name is Peter File, and someone's like, who's a pedophile? And it's like, oh no, this is going so bad. And then later on, they announce his name on a PA because they're supposed to be going for a flight. He's like, Peter File, have you need to come to a gate to Mr. Peter File? And he's like, I'm Peter File. And you're like, that's not helping anyone. It's a bad thing. But, hey, names. What are you going to do?
So the day we're recording this, which you'll be watching this later because we're banking the episode, is it has been raining in LA for the last 4 days and is set to rain for most of the rest of the week. And Canada. So I figured that this would be a good episode. What were the sort of things we did on rainy or snowy days when we were kids? And what do you like to do on said rainy and snowy days?
I mean, like,
right.
In all honesty, Queen Sha loves us. Hey, and we love you too. Not in a weird way, in a very respectful way. It's fine.
I love you in a weird way.
Why do you have to do that?
You saw her Halloween.
The intense eye contact not helping. It's not helping.
You're welcome.
It's not fair that you get to do it. If I do it, people are like, that's a murderer. He's a murderer. He needs to go to jail.
Because you're murderer sized. That's the problem.
I'm murderer faced as well. Like it's kind of it's how it is. I see. This is the thing: is there's a lot of stories about people who are like, I moved to Canada and like snow was the first time and it's beautiful and everything's white and then it goes on to explain how I had to shovel the driveway, but it was good exercise. I felt great afterward. And then by like the third snowfall, you're like, this place sucks and everyone should die. Like it's just unhinged immediately, right? Like.
And every successive snowfall, it's like that sketch with Will Ferrell on SNL where it goes from like, "Hey Michael, need you to get off the shed, buddy." Then by the third one, you're like, "Get off the shed!" Like,
yeah, it's like, I will murder you right now. Yeah, it's 100% how it works. And that's like, I'll be honest with you, I don't care about my lawn. I think having a lawn is stupid. I am not a French aristocrat. I don't need lands to be maintained. This is ridiculous. But I am surrounded by neighbors who like judge me, and I'm like, I'm bigger than you. You can't say shit, right? But today I was like, I felt bad because everyone on my street has raked their leaves, and I have not. So today I went out and I was like, oh, fine. And I raked the leaves, and my wife's like, hey, thanks for raking the leaves. I'm like, I wasn't happy about it. Don't thank me. I didn't enjoy any second of it.
I hear that not raking your leaves is like good for the like animals or whatever. you can probably do the like hippie thing and be like, if I do this, it's good for the insects, for the
Listen,
snowfall or whatever. I don't.
It being good for animals makes me want to do it because I'm just like, oh no, I'm currently fighting with a raccoon in my yard and he's very fat. He or she, no judgment, but they are fat. That is true. And he keeps on. They were hiding in my in between my eaves troughs in my carport, and they were breaking my eaves troughs. And so I used like spray foam and filled up the whole thing. And I'm like, suck on that.
That's where the word comes from.
Yeah.
And but yesterday he came through and like ran by me, and I'm like, I'll get you, you fat little bastard. And ran away. He runs faster than me. I'm gonna assume it's because he's an animal, not because I'm slow.
Mm-hmm.
Slow, but still.
I'm from Connecticut, and we got into a bit of a fight with the turkeys, the local turkey gang.
There's a turkey gang in Connecticut.
There is a turkey gang in the neighborhood that we live in, and they would somehow, these turkeys, called flightless birds, but they would get up onto our roof.
Yeah.
Feels like you need to fly for that. And they'd pound it. It'd be like there were elephants on the roof. And then I swear to God, back when doorbells were a thing, because I feel like nobody has doorbells anymore.
They have ring cameras because they're freaking cops. Yeah.
They're perverts because they're perverts. That's why.
I need to watch the neighborhood.
But our doorbell would ring and we would go to the doorbell to see who was there. And then we'd open the door and you just see a turkey running away. They would peck our doorbell and ding dong ditch us. God.
You Nicky 9.
Yeah. And we were like, we'll get you.
Okay, I love that. First off, the turkeys apparently have the ability to flutter jump like they're Yoshi. Like they run in place and then A and B that they can fucking ding dong ditch. That's wonderful.
That is
that so much.
That's diabolical. See, so somebody has been sending me stuff about raccoons, and one of them was like, you don't see, we talked about this on the Weekend Atlas, was like, you don't see like ancient pictures in caves of raccoons.
Yes.
Like there's no like the ancient times of raccoons were they have either one always been assholes, or number two, they are not of this planet, which you're like, damn it, that actually makes sense. And someone's like, they're gonna fuck you up, and I'm like, I'll fight them all. I'll fight them all. That's fine.
Okay.
The little trash burglars.
Some context for Nina. My friend Emrys has this weird, I don't know if it's a want or a theory that raccoons can be domesticated. Which, Dino, you and I talked about this yesterday too when we were recording. And out of nowhere, they just sent me a Frontiers in Zoology tracking domestication signals across populations of North American raccoons via science-driven image repositories. They're fucking coming for you, Dino. The domesticated raccoons, they're coming with the thumbs.
Hey, listen. I will Vlad the Impaler my yard with raccoon carcasses. I don't give a shit, okay? I will fight them hand to hand, claw to claw, baby. I got thumbs and I got a fucking hanger against raccoons.
And here's the thing, Dino's right. If you leave warning signs, because we used to have, our front porch was like a very light colored concrete, like very like beige, and we had cats. And the cats, I think part of it was like bringing us a present, but they'd gift us with torn apart little animals and rodents. And so if anyone were to approach our porch, it was covered in blood stains and like internal organs every once in a while. And so they would be like, something's going on. We were always ready for Halloween.
Hey, that is those are cats that are contributing to the household. I respect it. Okay. We currently have been infiltrated by a mouse. There's a mouse and it's driving my wife crazy, but our cat is a Russian blue. And if you've seen, I think it's The Secret Life of Pets, where there is a Russian blue. It's very big and it doesn't do shit, but it is in charge, oddly, right? He'll stand because it's in the kitchen and we're trying to hunt it. We put out traps and we're trying to get the thing. But at the same time, our cat will just look and just be at the doorway, just looking back and forth. And I'm like, hey man, fucking go in there and kill it. And it's like, no, I'm just gonna watch it. And you're like,
I'm like the watchers from Marvel Comics. I just observe everything. Do you do anything?
Can't be involved. That would be reckless. And you're like, no, man, get in there and murder.
Bothered. I'm a Russian blue.
So it's beneath me. And you're like, that's a peasant's job, hunting the mouse. But yeah.
I guess a good place to start is what's your favorite thing to do on a rainy day or snowy day?
It's my favorite thing to do on a rainy day or stuff. I will say I did a ton of grocery shopping today, but that was mostly because it wasn't raining right away.
Yeah.
And I knew I could prep everything while it rained.
Yeah.
Ooh, my favorite thing. Okay. So my favorite thing to do, let's focus on snowing because it doesn't snow in California, but where I lived
In Southern California, yes.
in Southern California.
Yeah.
I think California and I go, no seasons here. And but in Connecticut, when it would snow, especially as a kid, we were outside kids,
Mhm.
like pets that you keep outside. Like we were those.
Right.
And so we would get sent outside. And of course, like fully bundled up. But we all know if you play for like 4 hours in the snow, you're going to get damp. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
like it starts to become a lot less enjoyable. Like
Mhm.
like raking leaves and jumping in a fresh leaf pile. And then you come out the next day to experience the joy and you jump and it's not a poof, it's like a and you're like, oh.
And then they stick to you and you're like,
Yeah.
ah, why does it smell so weird?
Yeah,
And,
you're like,
and then
"Totally
Atlas is like, you know what
insane."
helps the bugs? And you're like, shut up, you. That's not helping. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're covered in worms and you're like, how did we get
Yeah.
here? It's been 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I will go outside in the snow. I feel like we ate a bunch of snow, but not on purpose, just
Mhm.
like falling onto our faces in a
Yeah.
way.
I have to ask you guys.
Get the frozen snotsicles.
Frozen
If I-
snotsicles,
Yeah.
yummy.
Oh yeah, and you know what? It is only worse when you have a mustache. I'll tell you that. That is because
Yes.
it immediately
Yeah.
like I will if it is still snowing and I have to shovel the driveway, which I'm like I'm efficient as a giant. Like I have a big, gigantic shovel and I do gigantic tosses of snow. It's very cathartic, but also I come back in and I am just like icicled like a mountain.
Frost giant.
Yeah.
You know, you seem like the type of dude who like you're not the chosen one. You can't pull the sword out of the stone, but you can pull the rock with the sword still in
Yeah.
it and use it as a hammer.
100%.
I turn the sword into a hammer. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that
So-
is it. Very accurate.
I grew up skiing, and this last year I went with my sister and my brother-in-law, and like this is my first time doing it as an adult. So the mustache thing is so fucking true. Like you have to, wearing a gaiter or like a scarf or something, you're just breathing your own breath, and it's freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing. It's the worst thing ever.
It's worse when you try and like, and then water goes up your nose, and you're like, oh, it's nasty water. I don't want it into my mouth. Yeah, it's just it's quite aggravating. See,
Exactly.
here, you guys both have snow experience.
Yes.
If I say the term snow job, we're aware that that's like you throw someone to the ground and put snow down their like on their neck and like you're.
I
on the
didn't know
snow,
there
right?
was a word for that activity.
I
I thought it was called bullying.
It's called building character, but that's fine. No, but I didn't get snow job. That's only by my siblings, which
or like you do it in the pants, right? Like pull the long underwear and
I think you
for
go
the
to
snow.
jail for that one. You just put it down their neck. I always found,
I,
or like you bury their head in snow and then put it down their shirt and be like, "Ha ha, you're gonna have a wet ass later." Which is
my sister was never strong enough for that, but she did do the pants thing to me once.
oh, that's not nice.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Phoebe and Phoebe.
Oh, did you ever, when participating in a snowball fight, put a little ball of ice in the center of your snowball to make sure that it hit harder?
Sometimes we put rocks in them just to really,
Or
yeah.
rocks.
We fight dirty up in Toronto. I don't know why I did a New York accent for that.
Well, the funny thing is, like, this is the weird thing is, and I'll tell you, like, I had a whole bit during the pandemic of my rage that the fact that the handshake is now obsolete, because I'm like, I have a great handshake that has been perfected over years. And like not being where people are like, oh, let's touch elbows or touch feet. I'm like, I'll punch you directly in the face. Like I'm absolutely not, right? So like I'm happy that's back.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing is growing up, there was a certain like skill of like, oh, somebody knew how to make snowballs good and fast. You're like, I want that guy on my team. And I'm like, just stockpile. And they would and like and then they came out with those like it's like a tennis ball thrower for dogs, or the sandwich thing. It's like a big pliers that makes it. Some people make
100%.
ducks, which I'm like, what? You can't throw a duck. It doesn't work, but you can. You can throw a duck if you put enough pressure on that.
It kind of looks like a blacksmith's tool.
It definitely does. Yeah, where you grab it and then you put it. You quench the. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, but like that was the thing is like then one kid, their parents were like, "Oh, this will be fun," and you're like, "Oh no, the peasants have technology. What shall we do?" And then you're like, then it was a whole different ball of shenanigans
race in the neighborhood. Yeah,
basically. And then like I remember a couple times one guy had like he built a quasi like a mini trebuchet kind of thing, but like that would shoot lots of snowballs in a like and you're like it's listen, you built ramps for like bikes and skateboards in the summertime, and then in the wintertime you turn those into siege weapons for snowball fights. Is very reasonable. Alice is like, this explains so much of why you're the way you are. I'm like,
well, because like my experience with snow is like you're staying here for a few days or a week, and then like you can't really bring the technology with you unless it's like the dog tennis ball thrower or the like blacksmith tool. Yeah.
Amazon ship to your hotel and they'll have it ready for you.
Wasn't a thing back then, but okay.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like as I got older, the joy of snow became less because we had to shovel the driveway.
Yeah.
And did you guys ever have to, I'm sure you did in Canada, but did you guys have to pre-game shoveling the driveway?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In the sense
also, I will buy joints in advance so that I can reward myself at the end with a nice fatty. And people will walk by and I'm like, finish the driveway. And they're like, nice. I'm like, yeah.
Why would you have to? Okay, what is pre-gaming the driveway?
Well, actually, that's hilarious. But that was actually not what I meant. But now that I think about it, that would be so lit, and I would love to do that. I meant like, you're about to get so much snow that you have to shovel the driveway before the snow stops.
You mean you have to shovel the snowbank to make more room for more snow, like that kind of stuff?
No, like you start shoveling the driveway while it's still snowing. But if you're to get 2 feet of snow, it's much easier to shovel 1 foot once and then come back to the other foot.
Yeah.
And it was just tough when it would snow and then it would rain a little bit because then you'd have to break like the ice on top and shovel it. Oh my God, it was terrible.
So there is also a fun thing that I agree with you 100%. So you've seen me in person, Nina. You know that I'm not built for rickety chairs and small doorways, right?
Yeah.
So
you're like Shrek if he transformed into a human but still looked like Shrek.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's the same. People do not want to be in my presence. They're like, he's going to kick us out of this place. I'm like, get out of my swamp immediately.
The best part is that the headphones are like, he's 95% of the way there with the headphones.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably turn them outwards and that might do it.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Get out of my swamp. No. So what I would like to do, so I would get out there. Like I will snow or I will shovel before it's done in the same way. Not quite halfway, but I'll be like, so the second shoveling is very easy and I'll just like one-handed and off it goes. Yeah. But I do like to drive around the next day to the people who haven't shoveled at all. And then the plow has already gone by. So the bottom of their driveway is rock solid and they are enraged. And I'm like, fucking loser, which like, it's a weird thing where you're like, I like to go out even when there's snow. No, I'm going to be home having hot chocolate because I'm shoveling all night. That's what I'm a responsible adult. Like 30%.
I would try not to go out when it snowed in Connecticut just because like, I don't know, my tires walled. I was poor, but I wouldn't really go out when it was raining because rain can get aggressive. Rain can get heavy on the East Coast. Out here, I go out. I go out when it rains. I go out because nobody's driving. It is misting and people are screaming. They're like, ah!
Yeah. Like what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, I've never experienced this.
Is concrete, so it's like. Yeah, that first hour after it starts raining, it looks like the overhead shots from The Walking Dead. There's just like car parts everywhere, and yeah, it's pretty
Exactly.
wacky.
I'm about to hydroplane my ass to the busiest restaurant typically, and there's going to be nobody there, and I'm going to have a
Great.
fantastic time.
The crazy part about like LA being all country is that you get these like street rivers that some
Yeah.
of them, depending on the angle of the street, like they'll make puddles that are very, very deep. See the
Mhm.
magic lake from my TikTok?
Yes.
Just that
never
everywhere.
empties. Well,
Yeah.
so have you on purpose or not on purpose been splashed by a giant puddle and or splashed somebody with a giant puddle?
I don't usually splash people, but I if no one's there, I do like going in with the car and doing the
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
don't
is a
think
funny
I don't think I've ever splashed anyone, at least not on purpose, not that I know of, because I feel like most of the big puddles I hit, I'm on the highway, so it's like,
yeah.
like there's if somebody's there, it's their fault, you know.
Even,
Like
even if you're hitting it at like 30 miles an hour, you get like a big
Oh yeah.
big splash,
Um,
yeah.
the
reckless.
this is one of my favorite stories from when I was a kid. So the street I lived on as a kid, it was angled in a way where all the water pooled on our side, and it was a really steep street. So it was just like a class 5 rapid if it was raining a decent amount. My sister and I would get, it's LA. There are palm trees everywhere. You take the skin off of one of the palm trees, and you can sled down the street in the
Yeah.
water.
Awesome.
Sounds about right.
Dysentery, probably, but the rest of it, awesome. And one
That is
day,
some Moana shit that you're just like, I skinned the palm tree and I'm riding away. But like that is awesome. That's
I am Moana going down the street. But
you got to wear the
Yeah.
dress to do that though. I think that's
one
only-
year, we had school canceled because of how much it was raining, and my school was on a hill. So they were like, we can't do pickup and drop off, so we're closing the school for 2 days. So my sister
You got closed on rain? It's not a baseball game. What the hell?
it's
What?
just where that was in LA, like it's the hillier parts of LA. So my sister and I are like out playing in the rain, and I have the palm tree stand. I take one step, I immediately get knocked on my ass and dragged down the street. And my sister like books it after me and pulls me out like a few feet before the storm drain. Like there's a non-zero chance I become the kid from it. Like
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, your sister saved you from it. Like there's
you'll
no
float too, Phoebe. Yeah, it's
Pennywise almost got you on that one. Like that was that's I've never heard of so just so you understand, in the summertime, we went to Hong Kong, Macau, and Thailand. Flying back from Thailand, there was a typhoon, and it was like a level 10 typhoon, which is like that's dangerous. The people are gonna die, kind of thing. And Hong Kong does this weird thing, whereas as soon as it cracks level 8, everyone goes home. Everything is closed. That's it. Everyone go home.
Okay.
And then they wait until it goes down to level 3, and then everyone returns to work. And it's very like, everybody go home. It's fine. It's very
methodical. I like that.
Oh yeah, but like hilariously, we were stuck. Like the typhoon was happening, and our flight would have landed like mid typhoon. So they're like, so your flight's been canceled, but you can rebook it for later today. And we're like, okay, we did that, and it still got delayed by a couple hours. So we ended up leaving. We were supposed to leave at 11:30 in the morning, and it was we ended up leaving at like 1 o'clock at night. But like it was very like that's the only time I've ever heard of anyone was like, oh well, it's a typhoon. Like it's not rain, it's a typhoon. So yeah, we got to shut things down until the worst of it passes. Like I'm not worried about getting blown away, but at the same time, there are a lot of little people in Hong Kong that they could just gone with the wind, right? So
right.
I get it. I get it. I'm like, people would hold on to me. They're like, hold on to the giant, and I'm like, this is great weather. I'm like, I feel so nice and relaxed. It's summertime.
The giant.
Yeah, like people hanging off of you. Yeah, like, hey,
That's
what's
so
up?
funny.
Bro, I walked into places and they're like, we don't have anything for you. I'm like, that's fair. It's reasonable.
I've always had a fantasy of like boating or canoeing down the LA River when it rains, and it's like not possible at all.
No.
The fantasy is still there.
That's wild.
Yeah. I saw a news story recently where like a guy started putting rocks in the LA River to make like a wetland, or he's like he kind of puts them in a circle, and then the sediment kind of settles there, and then it becomes a wetland over time. I think that's kind of cool.
That's
He was making his own beach. I like it.
Not a beach, just like a wetland or a swamp. Like
making his own
You
swamp.
guys need a team
can
of
be
beavers. We need to migrate a bunch of Canadian beavers to LA. Just start fixing stuff up.
Weren't they airdropping beavers somewhere? That was the thing that was happening. I don't know where
were
it
they
was.
angry? I don't.
No, they airdropped wolves.
And
I
beavers.
remember that. Beavers? My God.
They did. They did it with
That
beavers.
just sounds
too.
like the world's shittiest game of Fortnite. Like,
Basically,
right?
yeah.
I mean, not if you're the beaver. He's like, hey, it's there. I love there. I've seen memes about it where people are like, how is it with beavers? Like they hear running water, they're like, oh, the fuck you aren't. Like absolutely not.
Fix that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, nuh-uh, not in my watch. And you're like,
Not in my house.
Yeah. It's a
Not my
weird.
game. Yeah.
I do recall. I do realize there has been one notable time where I was splashed by a car, like
For
from them zooming through a puddle, and it was when I was living in New York City. I just moved into my first apartment, and I had also just gone to the emergency room for my first kidney infection. So not to brag, but I was so poor. I was so poor, and I needed to get this medication. I was trying to find a spot, and the Uber dropped me off like 6 blocks too far away. Like I don't know where his directions were taking him, but it is when I tell you it was torrentially downpour. Like it was coming down in sheets, and I was trying so hard to like jump under awnings and like walk these 6 blocks. I was pretty dang soaked, but like I wasn't like totally soaked. Like it was pretty bad, but I was trying so hard. And I get there, I get my meds, I walk out, and I'm like trying to call an Uber. Nobody's coming. I'm like, maybe if I can get to the subway's far away. I walk to the end of a block, and this car just drenches me with this just like from head to toe. It was as if this was a romantic comedy without the romance.
And like the guy just left you, and it's like
absolutely. I am soaked to the bone. Like the medication bag is mush now, and I'm just like holding a medication bottle. And I swear to God, there's like thunder and lightning, and I just look up into the sky that is opened on me, and I just start screaming. I looked like one of those crazy people. I realized I was like, oh, so when I see someone being crazy, this is what's happening. Like, this is what's happening. And
I mean,
I have an understanding for Curtis Sliwa.
And people are passing by me trying to like, they're like, okay. Yeah. I'm like holding medication and screaming. They're like, something's wrong.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And honestly, the funniest part is I walked into the closest open diner looking place, and I walk in, I am dripping. I can't fucking see because of my glasses. And I'm like, do you have a plastic bag that I can put my purse in? I just don't want the stuff in my purse to get wet.
Fair.
And they're like, yeah, sure. And they're walking around and they go, do you recognize this place? And I was like, what? Because by the way, I'm in pain and I'm confused and I'm tired and I'm wet. And I'm like, what? And they're like, and I'm looking back and I'm like, what? And they go, we're the bar from Seinfeld.
We're the diner from Seinfeld. It's like, dude, wow.
And I just went, okay. And they were like, well, all right, well, here's your bag. It was the worst.
That is very like that entire experience is very Seinfeld-esque though. We have to admit, like don't you recognize us? And you're like, no, give me a bag. What is your problem? Right? Like that is
funny enough. That diner is also Tom's Diner. The song, the same place. So
there you go.
I could very easily just see like another verse where it's just like, there's a crazy woman outside. She is drenched from head to toe. Like,
it's true.
She is carrying medication. Like,
I mean, that's
very easily see that being the thing.
That is 100% like you were walking down the street, you got to a corner, you're like, man, could this day get any worse? Splash, and then you're like, okay, all right. Yeah. Do you have a bag? Hey, do you recognize this place? I'm like, hey man, give me a fucking bag. Be like, but where the sign? I will stab you. And it's like she goes crazy and just murders everyone, and that's the start of the movie. You're like, yeah, this is when people get pushed too far.
I was like 22. I looked like a wet rat. I was like, what about me currently makes you think that I'm a Seinfeld fan? Like,
I mean, actually, that seems like a lot of Seinfeld fans to me.
And that's a good point. That is a good point.
I mean, yeah.
What is George Costanza if not a rat with male pattern baldness?
Yeah,
Like,
they're like, you look young enough to have been hit on by Jerry Seinfeld. Close enough.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Oh my god.
Yeah. A little old, maybe. Just, but yeah, a little old.
Yeah.
That is a very Costanza moment.
8 years too late.
Yeah,
Bummer.
Jesus. Accurate. So at what point of rain? Okay, so this is a fair question for you guys, since you guys get more rain than anything else. Is what level of rain do you just stop embracing the rain and you're like, I need shelter? I'm gonna try and like torrential downpour, of course. For me, I'm just like, it's water. So be it. Like I'll throw a hood on, but I'm like, I'm gonna get wet either way. I don't fit under awnings. I need my own like patio umbrella, and then I have a chance. Otherwise, no. You know?
I don't think it's the level of rain. I think it's the level of rain I get in the bottom of my shoes.
Fair. I understand that completely. Yeah.
The thing you got to understand about LA is that we don't dress in waterproof. Like we don't have a raincoat.
It doesn't rain
because it doesn't rain. Yeah. Like I just ordered a raincoat on Wednesday, and it was supposed to get here Saturday, and it's still not here
because it's raining.
It's really starting to piss me off. Yeah, it's gonna come here as soon as the rain ends. Yeah, but what I had to do was I've been using like a winter coat I had from middle school that is too short. It fits the torso because I was fat back then, but it's too short in the arms. Like it gets to like here on the forearm.
Just admit it that you stole something out of the lost and found, and that's the coat you're using. Just admit it.
No, I'm serious. So that's why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, was so like you can put the sleeves through, and it's still covering the rest of my arms.
I'm feeling some FOMO. Was everybody fat back then? Am I just like fully missing out on those? Back when
I'm fat right now still, so it's
you're not missing out on much, Nina. Trust me. But so like when Nina, I live close enough to work where I can bike. So I bike when I can. And today I was like, oh, the rain's over.
None of the kids like you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I bike to work, and then I was like, oh shit. Not only has it started back up, it's started back up. So I had to bike home in the rain, and I made it, and I feel good about myself. And fuck you for the things you're about to say. I know exactly.
So I have two questions. Is number one, did you put a plastic bag over your seat when you left your bike outside? Like that's
nope. I just came in and toweled it off when I got back.
Wet ass. That's fine. Number two is, do you have the little fender on the back tire so that when water goes through it, it doesn't give you a shit streak across your?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Got wet ass. Yeah.
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 This. I mean, like, it's hilarious to me because you're like, you don't have weather. You just have sun and less sun or more sun. Like you're like more or less, and then it breaks and you get 6 days of torrential downpour, and then the knob starts working again. You go less sun, more sun. Yeah, that's it. But it's hilarious to me to not be prepared, because so right now we're leaving on Friday. We're driving down to Florida, and I remember from my childhood, every time we would drive down, because for late 80s, early 90s, that was our vacation thing. Like we went to Greece one year, but aside from that, we would drive from here to Florida and we would stay there for a couple weeks.
From Canada?
Yeah. Oh. It's like 20 hours. It's not a big deal.
Generations. It's
a good vacation. Anyway,
how close are you to the border?
2 hours. Yeah, I'm like 2 hours. Yeah, no. I'm not in Nunavut where it's like we start on with snow
Yeah.
a sled with dogs, and then we transition.
We get Balto's grandson to pull us to the border, and then
Well, listen, I once drove from New Hampshire to Quebec City, and that took like 8 hours. And I was like,
Quebec City though is an oddly like. It's a weird place
like
Quebec City for me
Benedict
is like 9
Arnold
hours.
and General Montgomery were like, "Fuck this place, we're
How
going
many
home."
French people?
Yeah, they're the worst. They're the worst. They're not even French. They're a weird kind of hodgepodge of not even people. Basically, it's an entire province of NPC characters who are like, "I speak English, but I do not want to because it is beneath me." And you're like, "What fucking happening?" I don't. Yeah, it's weird.
At least Louisiana is like, we know our thing is kind of like we're swamp people, but we like it anyway. Like they're just having a time without you.
We're either criminals or prostitutes, but we talk funny and have lots of sex. You're like, all right, that's cool. Almost French. That's fine. You know.
So I guess Quebec has like they lord it over you, and Louisiana's like, come have a drink, come have a hurricane.
Yeah. It's almost like everyone, like not everyone, but everyone in Quebec that's like populated. Like as soon as you leave and you're in the country, people are nice and charismatic. But it's like everywhere that has a lot of people is like Paris in France, where you're like, oh, Paris is beautiful. Parisians, worst people in the world. The rest of France, great people who are like, hey, thanks for trying to speak my language. If you say bonjour in fucking Paris, people will look at you and probably spit in your face. And you're like, I'm trying, you dicks. And they're like, yeah, business me. French. And it's ridiculous. But anyway, so I remember every year we would go down, there's a certain part of like, just as you get into Florida, that is like 18 minutes of torrential downpour to the point where you can't even run your windshield wipers. You just have to let the rain go and just pray you get through it. Like it's that bad. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. I'm like, it's just rain. I'm like, I'm prepared for all 4 seasons in the clothes that I'm packing. I'm like, because I'm leaving Toronto, which I'm like, I'm going to need a coat. I'm hitting Cleveland. I'll need a lesser coat, probably the same kind of coat. Then I'm going to Charleston, which I'm like, I might need shorts. Maybe not. Maybe just light pants. I don't know. Then Florida, I have linen pants. I'm like, this is great. This is going to be fine. And then I slowly have to reverse the process as I come north.
And then, of course, enough underwear to make sure you don't shit yourself every day of the trip.
Yeah, I'm bringing 47 pairs of underwear. I'm bringing 47. That's just 2. And then I'm going to Sawgrass Mills, which has a great outlet store. And I'm going to buy more underwear because, I do a weird thing now as I've been transitioning from a fatso to like, I'm currently like a fatso in hiatus before I become thin. And I am taking with me on every trip. I take underwear that's like on its last legs and doesn't really fit anymore. And I'll leave it in every hotel in the garbage. It's not like I put it on the pillow or anything weird. But I'm just like, it's a great way that I'm like, you've seen your last underwearing, off to the garbage. And then I'm like, it lightens my load. And also I don't feel bad of throwing it out. It's my wife makes fun of me relentlessly for it. I'm like, whatever.
I make that makes sense. I respect that.
It's one of those things where I'm like, well, listen, either I'm going to throw it out at home or I could use it on the way. And I'm like, listen, who wants to go on like an 8-hour drive with really tight underwear? Nobody. I'm like, I wear jogging pants and the loose stuff so I can move around and have a little airflow. And then, when the time comes, it just off you go.
You Hulk out of the pants.
I might try and Hulk out of the underwear and just be like, and rip it off.
Or do it like, all right, the Hulkamaniacs out there are gonna get fucking.
I told somebody else this story recently was like, you guys remember Snaps, like the pants that with the buttons all down the side? Yeah. So when I was in high school, a lot of people, it was in fashion, and you would pants people, and I accidentally thought a guy was wearing Snaps, and I just ripped off his pants. And he's like, why? I'm like, I thought you were wearing Snaps. He's like, I'm not. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I like how the only thing remains of Snaps is for toddlers.
Yeah,
basically, like toddlers have the snap pants still, and we don't.
Or like performers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, like a quick change or whatever. Yeah.
And perverts as well.
And perverts.
But I like how the romper remains for adults and toddlers alike. That's fun.
I just like pointing out when people don't I look so cute in this? I'm like, yeah, but you're gonna have to be naked when you pee, and they're like, fuck, and I'm like, don't do that.
And that's correct. Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, and especially in this day and age, who knows who's gonna pop in? It's weird.
I
Yeah.
always compare it to when a snail decides to change shells.
Yep.
That's the
It's
thing.
kind of like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
I'm changing. Excuse you. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not a scientist, Atlas. I don't know.
Neither am I. I don't know.
I'm just a funny girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
Fact
What is
checking
your
on this goddamn
favorite-
podcast.
That's not even fact checking. I'm just asking. I literally didn't know that was.
I don't know,
Um,
Alice. How?
It's just
I don't know
it's
the
just us
answers.
doing this for the next 20 minutes. What's your favorite food to eat or make during a snowy or rainy day?
Ooh.
I love hearty foods.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I've been really digging this cheddar corn chowder that I make.
Ooh.
I
that's
make a
pretty fancy.
mean cheddar corn chowder with you gotta crisp up the bacon first because the
Oh,
crispy
yeah.
bacon's the topping. But you take all the bacon out, but you leave the bacon grease in.
Mm.
I cook your onions, then throw your potatoes in,
Oh, yeah.
the stock, boil that. I like to throw in some hot Italian sausage, and then the
Phrasing.
corn, cheddar, cream. And I meant
Yeah.
it the wrong way. And you cook it up. Well, you make the roux in the beginning, and then you
Yeah.
cook it all up, and it's like a thick, hearty chowder. It is so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm
Can
like,
you send me the recipe for that? That actually sounds really good.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Nothing gives you the energy to scream at the heavens on the sidewalk while holding your medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Totally reasonable. You need that extra. You need the potatoes and it's thick.
Yeah.
It's thick and
Yeah.
it's warm and it's
And I'll also say I always make a ton of it. And whenever somebody looks in my fridge, if they're with me, they're like, oh my gosh, we're never going to be able to finish that. This is something that people have not just seconds, but thirds of. They're obsessed with it. They're obsessed with me.
I feel personally attacked, but yeah, that's
I made
I will actively be like, I'll have a third and be like, why? I'm like, I'm fat. That's what I do. It's
This is
I
not
have
something
hers
that
and
I've ever made again, but I should. Is do you guys watch The Bear?
No.
Okay. There's an episode where one of them makes ribs with Coke. So they use
Mm.
Coke as a tenderizing agent in a slow
Oh, yeah.
cooker. So I did that earlier in the year during a rainy day with some mashed potatoes. It was really good. I do think the thing that I like to make the most is the grilled cheese and the tomato soup. It's
Yeah.
I don't understand people's fat. I understand the acidity of the tomato soup. I get it, but you can just have grilled cheese and enjoy your life without tomato soup. You can have a little ketchup because I'm like tomato soup. I've had burnt tomato soup, which tastes like ash. It is a horrible, horrible
Yeah.
experience.
And that's
I'm
actually ash, or you're saying ass and you suddenly became
No.
Sean Connery.
ash. It tastes
Okay.
like you're eating someone's cigarette butts. It's
Yeah.
horrible. And I've never. So this is
Burt's
I-
tomato soup tastes like ash Trebek. Yeah.
Why are you not good at any impressions? How is that possible? You should have seen him. He tried to do an Irish one. I don't
He's
even know
not-
where it
It's
was.
one of the
He's
ones I'm
not
good
an
at.
impressionist,
That's
Dino.
true, I'm not.
I
But it's
mean,
even funnier
he's
'cause
barely
it
a
pisses him
person.
off.
Let's be honest. He's barely a person. He grew up in LA. He's barely
Yeah.
a person. That's
That's
just
so
that's
fair.
I know.
Uh,
I congealed in a gutter somewhere. It's
yeah.
yeah.
It's how you make vegans. It's fine.
You
No.
very much do have Midwest face. I feel like
yeah.
Yeah, I
You
like
also
to
look
think I've
could be good in impressions.
Yeah.
should be, and yet
Yeah.
I'm not. So
Yeah. It is hilarious because he 100% looks Midwestern. Where you're like, hey, what farm did you grow up on? You're like, never even been to a
And you're
farm.
like-
You're like, really?
the thing with the hand, right? You do the hand. I don't know how the hand thing works.
Mm.
You look like you
Alex.
escaped an Amish cult kind of thing as well. You're just like, oh, I got free of the Amish. Yeah, that people
Alice
you should
is-
tell people that, and people would just be like, really? And you're like, yeah, well, Rum
Alice-
Springer just fucking
Alice-
took off, and I'm,
Alice is like, I love a grilled cheese in the rain. And we're like, fuck you, you idiot. You're ugly.
So wait, burnt tomato soup. I've never
Yeah.
done that before. You just
How do you burn tomato soup?
exactly.
I don't know. Everything I've burnt has been delicious. I don't even know how you make bad burnt stuff. It's weird. I'm like, yeah, just it's called caramelization until you're stupid, and then you're like, yeah, don't do that. But
Yeah.
like, this is the thing is like I think it has something to do with like we would have grilled cheeses growing up,
Mhm.
but never
I'm gonna
tomato
go make
soup.
one
Like
after
tomato
this.
soup was
Yeah.
never a thing, but like hearty stews are 100% for wintertime. I'm like, oh, that's top tier business.
Mhm.
Something that has been more recent, obviously, since Victoria is Chinese and she's like, every meal is gonna have some Asian stuff in it. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. What I've really enjoyed is especially on like a very cold day. I love going for hot sake. That just
Ooh.
warms up your bones, and you're just like, you're like, mm-mm. It's almost like equivalent, but also you get a little bit drunk, so it's twofold. Because then you're a little bit, because it's sake, you can't really get drunk, you just get a little bit tipsy, and that's like after like a full like liter and a half kind of thing. And then you go, you're like, I'm gonna go for a smoke, and you're outside, you're like, it's not too bad, man, it's just snowing. And you're like, it's very enjoyable. It's one of those things where you're like, you can't always do it, but it has its moments, you know.
There's one I've always wanted to try. This is an alcoholic, but I fear it may be an affront to the gods. Apparently, you can make hot Dr. Pepper, which is
I've
what
heard
the
that.
fuck is that?
Ew.
You've heard of that?
I have heard of hot Dr. Pepper. There's also there's a lot of weird
Like
hot
Dr. Pepper
boozes.
is very like I want to try it, but I'm scared to try it.
I think it has to do with the idea of if the pop at some point was considered medicinal, which Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
a few others were very much medicinal tinctures. They have the stuff in them that you can turn it into a hotter drink. It's very.
Interesting.
There is a hot Sprite drink as well, which
That's even weirder. Sprite is supposed to be like on a hot summer day.
You would think, but there's some weirdo out there who's like, heat up your 7-Up, and you're like, what the hell? Maybe it's in jail. Maybe they give you hot Sprite. I feel like that could be a thing. Like, you've been good, have some hot Sprite. You're like, that's worse than the fucking hole.
Another good rainy day food is cheese fries.
Ooh,
Mhm.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And like In-N-Out's fries may suck hot acid, but the animal style fries are like decent. So
yeah.
I'm gonna try
better
that.
cheese fries other places.
Yeah. There's a lot. Well, do you guys have you wouldn't have Smokes.
What?
That's up here. Well, there's a place called Smokes Poutineery that essentially just is poutine, but also like they'll have poutine.
If it's got poutineery in the name, it's not down here.
Why don't we have a poutineery? This is America.
I mean,
we should have everything.
I think it's very reasonable. It's because they do Smokes Poutinery. The guy actually died while eating poutine, which you're like, it's good then, right? So,
it's like the Segway guy we were talking about.
Yeah, it's like the Segway guy. You're like, it's the future because it killed him. It's fair.
I died as I lived, making a weird creation.
His whole heart exploded. You're like, yeah, man, cheese curds will do that. It's So, but they do they'll have like bacon, chicken, beef, all sorts of shit on top of the cheese curds and gravy and French fries. But also there is a growing trend up here of poutine, but with tater tots, which
that sounds pretty good.
Tater tots are great at all times. Making it into poutine, you're like, I feel like you need a butler to serve it to you. It's fair. It's it's like high tea. You're like, I need extra service for it. But
I chipped 2 molars on a tater tot.
2?
Are you sure you didn't get a burnt tater tot?
You went back in on it.
Perfect crispiness, and I chipped 2 molars.
Oh my god!
Hey, we were having
better. I chipped a molar on an apple. Dino, you remember talking about this, right? This.
Oh, yeah. So
Victoria, your teeth can crumble from stress.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck! There's no smoke.
You guys, there's like gum you can chew if you're not going to have good dental hygiene. That's fine.
No. It's not the hygiene. It's the stress. Your teeth can crumble if you get too stressed.
Go back to the Midwest. Over here, people are like, I got all my teeth. Fuck the stress. Like, there's just, I don't know. We just got a weird comment in the comment section, which is Avareza music. It's weird. It's clitoris shaming is evil and untoward. Yes, I mean,
but
correct statement. I would love to know what brought that on. Was it the
I-
poutine? I think it was the poutine.
Why?
It was a
But
poutine.
I mean, I don't disagree, but also, hey, let's live your journey. I don't know. It's weird.
Live your truth.
Hi, fellas. The Arby's steak nuggets are awful. There are
Steak
steak nuggets at
nuggets?
Arby's?
There's an Arby's. R.I.P. the giant sign, man.
How
Yeah,
would you
I
cut
saw
your
a couple
steak
of-
into nuggets?
yeah, it's already steak. Like you just cut it into smaller pieces, Mr. Little Mouth. I don't know. That's
They're like,
yeah,
we have
Arby's
the
steak
meats,
nuggets.
but we have the smaller meats. That's,
We have the smaller
I
meat.
mean, like, this is that's like so. There's so Victoria really enjoyed Steak Shack when we were out in LA,
Mhm.
and we had it again at the
I mean,
Florida
Shake-
airport.
Shake Shack.
That's right. Is that what I said?
I thought you said Steak Shack, and I said, "Whoa,
No.
is
No,
there
no.
a Steak
Yeah.
Shack?"
Shake Shack. Yeah.
No, Shake Shack. So Shake Shack
Okay.
just came up here, and it has been a
Ooh.
secret pleasure. And we go. It's out of one of the fancier malls that Victoria also likes to shop at. So
Mhm.
I'm like, haha, great solution. She gets the shop. I get Steak Shack or Shake Shack. Why do I keep on saying that? Anyways,
You're crushing.
the point
it.
is the point is there's another burger place that makes it like almost identical, but they're significantly cheaper and they're a lot closer to our house. And
Nice.
and they also just released popcorn chicken that is like delicious. And I'm just like, all right. And to the point, even Victoria was like, maybe we don't need to go to Shake Shack. We can go to Rosie's. I'm like, I am okay with either of them. They're both. I haven't tried the custard from Shake Shack, but I have heard
It's really
great
good.
things. Yeah, it's yeah.
That's
This
unfortunate,
place
but
has it's called Dad's Banana Pudding. I'm apparently a fan of banana pudding. It is delicious and also not very sweet, so you don't feel as bad. And you're like, bananas are healthy. This is good. I'm sure there's a lot.
Do you eat them with Nilla wafers? Because that's like the way to do it. Is
Mhm.
dip the Nilla wafers in the banana pudding.
No, they have
You
like a crumb that's in it and it's layered as well. So there's like custard, then there's banana, then there's like goopy banana, and then there's also like a crumble on it too.
That
But they've
might
done
be Nilla wafers. There's like
maybe.
a
it has to
probably.
be.
It
has
has to be
to be.
Nilla wafers. Yeah.
See, hold on.
I went to Terry Black's in Austin to do barbecue because they have fantastic brisket, and I got their banana pudding, and I was like, yes, this is what I've dreamed of.
Listen,
This is the one thing that makes Texas not terrible. Banana pudding.
Nilla wafers can, okay, that they're not they are crumbled up and stuff, but they also like they have their dad's banana pudding is the regular, but they also have seasonal stuff. So in the summertime they had strawberry shortcake pudding. Awesome. And
Hell yeah.
then I thought you were oohing the strawberry shortake, and then I saw
I
the
am.
dog. I was like, that's fine.
There's a dog.
There's a dog. She's been here like the whole time. She's been like on and off.
Oh,
She's the new star of the show.
jokes on you, I was oohing the strawberry.
So for October, they started doing a pumpkin pie custard, and it's also like it's a little sweeter than the banana, but at the same time, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I am not a huge like Victoria grew up in the UK. She likes puddings, and I'm just like,
That is
apparently,
like
I am
the
also a
one
fan.
thing
Like,
No.
as long as I just never had good pudding, I only had like
Gotta have the good
the
stuff.
rapey version. It's just that Bill Cosby's like, you want the pudding pop? And I'm like, no, I think I want a sealed drink, sir. But yeah, that's fine.
Great Cosby impression.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was almost like he was here with us. I have to say,
Yeah.
speaking of pumpkin flavored things, I used to think that I wasn't a fan
Yeah.
of pumpkin pie or pumpkin flavored things.
Yep.
Turns out I just don't like the artificial pumpkin flavored things.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
because I can't have, as you know, of my weird allergies, I'm allergic to canned foods.
Yeah.
So a few Thanksgivings ago, I was like, screw it, I'll bring the pumpkin pie because if I'm gonna have a slice, I want to know that there's no canned pumpkin in here.
Fair.
And do you know how actually easy it is to make a pumpkin pie with real pumpkin? Instead of opening a can, you just get one of those like little, I think it's called pumpkin pie pumpkin or like sugar
Yeah,
pumpkin.
It's not a Halloween pumpkin. It's a
Right.
different
It's
kind
like
of
it's like
pumpkin.
it's like this big. You
Yeah.
just you cut it in half and you roast it like a regular squash,
Yeah.
and then the skin just like lifts off, and then that's
That's
the
it.
pump.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, my wife does. My wife was a baker before she was a teacher,
Mhm.
but she does like a side gig during the holidays to to make pies. And
Mhm.
right now our apartment is chock full of pie ingredients, and like the pumpkin is
What kinds?
stuff.
What
Okay,
kinds
so
of pies?
every year she does apple cherry pumpkin, like that's always, but
Yeah.
then she introduces like others
Mm.
that are on like a rotation. So this year, there
Both
is
Nina and I just both got seriously invested. We're like, what is this year's
are they?
edition
you just
of
got like a
pies
food
available?
boner.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is salted pretzel pecan, which
Ooh!
I haven't
Oh,
tried yet, but
interesting.
sounds really good.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Cranberry orange chess pie, which is like a custardy pie, which I'm curious
Whoa.
about. Haven't
I'll
tried
take
yet.
that.
This one I
Yeah.
have tried and is fantastic. Golden caramel pear. Yeah, it's the good shit.
Sorry, how much are these pies?
They're like $30.
Yeah.
And they should be more.
Mm. I mean, you know what? Every time I've paid more than $30 for like $30 and up for a pie, I have never been disappointed, to the point where I fought somebody where they're like, hey, can I have a slice? I'm like, how much do you want to pay? And they're like, can I just have a slice? I'm like, I'll punch you in the face if you touch my pie. Don't even look at it.
So
No,
fair.
it was like off of The Hangover when Zach Galifianakis, the guy's like, nice car. He's like, don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
Don't even
touch
fucking
it.
breathe it there,
Yeah.
bitch. Like just
Yeah.
immediately, I'm like, no, you can't have
Yeah.
some. And they're like, why? I'm like, you can go to the store and buy some. That's, oh yeah, this is also the last one. I'll see you in hell before I share.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
Atlas, remind me what city you live in again?
North Hollywood. The reason that like I know that this is good
Like 3
is
seconds for a plan to emerge. Nina was like, oh, okay.
she's
Yeah,
gonna
Like,
fucking
I can do that.
invade the
enough.
apartment.
It's close
Yeah.
enough.
Pumpkin's gonna
Yeah.
get your ass.
There
Yeah.
are orders still open? What,
Yes.
like, what are we?
You can
He's got
ask
an in
her.
with the baker.
I'll ask
It
her.
should work. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
check with
ask
the
her.
baker.
Yeah.
It might be
Yeah.
too late because, like, okay, I am the good little delivery boy who has to deliver these pies the week of Thanksgiving.
Okay, ruin someone's Thanksgiving,
I'll
bro.
pick
Just
it up.
just bypass
Don't
it.
deliver it to me. I'll pick
I know.
it up.
But I wear a little newsy hat, and it's really fun.
If you walk up to my door with a newsy hat, I will shoot you.
I gotta ask.
You look like a
Atlas,
turkey.
I don't even own a gun.
I have to ask this. Atlas, do you have a song when you deliver the pies?
No.
I feel
should
like
have make
Pie
a song.
yeah, I feel
I
like
should
you
have a
should be like,
song.
here's your pie. Da, 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 da. Like,
Do one
No,
right now.
I sing like a shitty version of Santa Fe and then hand you your pie. No, Atlas mentions a musical bingo card.
it's the one. That's the middle spot.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
every
believe you thought
single
of-
show.
I can't believe you thought of Santa Fe and Newsies before you thought of like Sweeney Todd.
Oh yeah,
Pies.
yeah, but
Atlas.
they're meat pies or with fingers in them.
All right, fair.
I feel like, see, this is the thing though, is like pie is such a great, like, you guys know the history of pie. Like pies were originally made as like a disposable lunchbox. Like you didn't used to eat the crust, you just ate the guts, and you had the crust to bring it to work so that all your good stuff on the inside wouldn't go, get covered in like rocks and stuff from like a mine, right? There's a real thing. That's, and then they're like, hey, you can actually make the outside tasty and eat the whole thing. And people are like, what the shit? And that's because remember in the UK,
That makes
meat
a lot of
pies,
sense though.
yeah. And now you're like, now there's sweet pies and savory pies, and you're just like, listen, a hand pie, like in the UK, a lot of restaurants will have like they do weird shit. They're like steak and kidney pie, and I'm like, how about just steak and potato? Why do you got to make it all fucking weird with your organs and shit? That's
True.
And Victoria's like, it's delicious. I'm like, you have a British mouth. I don't trust you at all. So that's it's but like. Realistically, you're like that. There's the pie. There's a pie for every occasion. That is just scientific fact.
True.
I started making quiches with instead of a pie crust, I've been using mashed potatoes to make the crust. And
So shepherd's pie, basically. Shepherd's pie is fucking delicious.
No, because it's a quiche. So it's eggs and
Shepherd's
stuff.
quiche.
And
Shepherd's.
Victoria's gonna rip my guts for garters. Like
I mean, that's just because it's on Monday, and she's like, I gotta kill somebody, and that's just
It's true.
Sure.
Gonna hunt
She's
my
Chinese. That's how they do it. It's,
Of course.
Monday's killing day. It's no. fair.
Chicken pot pie is a pretty good like rainy day food. Also,
She likes Victoria loves chicken. Like chicken pot pie is very good. I find you know what the problem is a lot of the chicken pot pies that you buy are super super salty, whereas but making it is so it's a lot of work, but like the payoff is like fucking great pie, right?
It's not that much work if you buy like because I always skip the hard part. I make it the lazy way where I get like a rotisserie chicken. I just like shred it apart with my hands, throw that into like the roux and stuff, and then I just top it with biscuits because I'm just like I don't have time to make a crust and like do all this stuff.
I'll be honest
you
with you.
Buy the crust, but it's like
it can get soggy.
Well, so I'm our second stop on our drive to Florida is Charleston, and apparently there's like a biscuit store where you can buy like frozen biscuits. And then I'm like, we're in Florida for a week, so I'm like, I'm buying like bags of biscuits and having biscuits every day because I'm fat. I'm gonna, I just need a good recipe for sausage gravy because I need good biscuits and I need good gravy because
if you're looking for good biscuits and good food, everything, if any of y'all are ever in Nashville, I think it might be in a suburb right outside of Nashville, but there is a restaurant that is in a home. It's in a house. It has smokers out back and it's called Nashville Jam Co. They make their own jams, but they're also a restaurant in what used to be a residential home. You'll drive into a residential neighborhood and you'll think there's no way there's a restaurant here. There is. It's them. And they make all their own biscuits and jams. And I had this like fried green tomato breakfast wrap and sausage and gravy and biscuits and this like stuffed French toast. I've thought about it ever since and I haven't been back. And I swear to God, as soon as I get there to Tennessee, no matter where I am, I'm going there.
So
the South didn't have mixed use zoning.
I'll be honest with you, our options. So we're hitting from here. We're going to Cleveland, and Cleveland. We were debating where to go, and I was like, you know what? I was thinking to go to Nashville.
For me.
Well, I was going to say, if I see him, I was going to hit Nashville or Louisville, Kentucky, and then Victoria was like, yeah, but then you're going to drive like 13 hours on the third day. So why don't we go somewhere closer? So we're going to Charleston instead. But I'm like, I just Googled Nashville Jamco and trying to see if they will ship jams and jellies up to me, which looks like it might happen because they have. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I've been talking about this with other people for the longest time. I'm like, I think strawberries and jalapeno would make a great jam. First thing, peach habanero. Second one, strawberry jalapeno. I'm like, I fucking knew it. I got to order that shit.
Yeah.
Peach habanero sounds like a better combo than strawberry jalapeno to me. I don't know why.
I don't see
this. They're very similar. They're very similar.
They're like two sides of a very, very racist coin. And I'm okay with it. It's fine. It's, it's
Dino's okay with racism.
The amount of
I'm Greek. It's usually funny.
Oh my God. I'm going to have the worst time trying to think of one.
That's fair. They have smoky tomato jam. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm going to Nashville.
I cannot tell you enough that this place fucks. Like,
and it's right next to a guitar.
That is how you end the show. Right there, people. I cannot tell you how much this place fucks. And you're like, yeah, that's fair. That's a reasonable thing. On that note, I do have to get ready for another show. So, Nina, where can everyone find you and follow you? Well,
and they can find me and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, The Street, my website. Please don't follow me on The Street because I'm famous now. But I'm performing my hour again on March 12th of 2026. And also I'm hoping to release it on YouTube in 2026 as well. I have my last editing session on Wednesday. Very excited. So yeah, find me there.
Fantastic.
Follow us at Generation Dan, wherever fine social medias are found. Follow me at Atlas Novack in all those same places, like TikTok and Instagram and Blue Sky, and Twitter can go fuck itself. Or check out my other show, Nexus at Night, which is streaming on YouTube Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific.
I want to start a rumor that people that boycott certain social medias are racist just because it's funny that way. And people are like, fuck Twitter, and you're like, racist. That's I think it's just funny that way. Just,
I mean, you can just call me a pansy like everyone else does. It's fine. Like,
It's not even that. It's just fun to argue with people who are like,
Yeah, I know.
I don't support that. I'm like, who cares? Burn the place to the ground. It doesn't matter. I am Dino the Genetic Marvel. As I said, I am going to another show. We're having a watch party. We're watching In the Mouth of Madness. So if you want to watch that, you can hang out. You're not going to watch it through here, but you can watch it with us, and we will ruin it by talking the entire time. It'll be great. It's a fun experience. So, but yeah, I'm doing all sorts of stuff. I'm trying new foods, and in this weekend, I'm going to be traveling the United States and eating all sorts of weird foods. So if you have a recommendation, throw it in the comments, send me a private message, a pigeon, whatever you have to do. I'll read it and I'll tell you if I'm going to do it or not. So hit me up, everybody. In the meantime, have a great rest of your Monday.
Bye, everyone.